All right, the Reds, it is the Friday night, the Anfield Wrap's barroom chat, no agenda, boozer, bevies, we're at Ann Company, which does sound scran, sound bevies, and it's by the far the greatest waterfront in the world, Liverpool's. So get down. Anyway, a classic boozer chat this for you, Kev. Today, there's an interview that's gone out there. Bizarrely, I think it was with the Financial Times for some reason, don't know why that was. But basically, Raheem Sterling said he's not happy with the number of minutes he's getting at City. He's also talked about going abroad, but that hasn't stopped some of the tabloids from saying Liverpool are interested. Now, I don't know where that's come from. Might just be Doc joining, might be clickbait, all of the rest of it. But as I say, that's a classic boozer thing to go, would you have him back, lads? So would you?
No, is my answer to him. Fuck him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's class, he's fucking boss. But I don't know whether he might be one of them players who's had like a meteoric rise.
Still only 26.
See, well, that makes me think maybe he possibly would. But he strikes me as the type of player, I don't think he's ever going to get any higher than he is now. So that means he's only going one way. And he's beyond what, probably Virgil van Dijk levels of pay.
That's true.
So he's not the one for me. Plus the way he left Liverpool, just fuck him off. Do you know what I mean? Like once that's happened, I know times are great healing and all that, but sometimes it's good to hold a grudge. Do you know what I mean? Be a small-minded football fan. Sometimes that's what it's about.
We've held the grudge against him every time he comes to Anfield.
That's my favourite bit.
Against it, and it works every single time. So he plays well in the game.
Against us now, hasn't he?
Yeah, but no one was there.
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't count. I'm with you. That's one of the best things about Man City coming to town, when you can fucking nail him and you can watch him visibly sink. I love all that.
There's no one thing though, because I knew you'd all say this, by the way. You haven't let me down. Cam, you're a nice lad, come on. Do you not think...
He's not, he's an ass.
he started to talk to me and then he went, Cam, you're a nice lad.
Yeah, I was like, you're an ass.
What's to say about Craig then?
No, what I was going to say was, like, I mean, me and Kev re-watched with toes curled up, re-watched being Liverpool recently, and it was grim, wasn't it?
It was horrible.
But one of the things that I took away from it was Brendan was a weirdo towards Raheem. So for all the greedy bastard stuff and all that, I actually think a big reason for him leaving also was Brendan was a bit weird with him. Was it, they obviously didn't get on, and now it's a different place. Jürgen's in charge, blah blah blah. Like, can you see no way whatsoever that he ever comes back?
I always do think about it though. What would it have been like with him under Klopp? I think it would have been exciting.
Would have worked, wouldn't it?
You can have this conversation, but at the end of the day, if you looked into it properly, Klopp just wouldn't have him back. Like, he's all about the harmony of the club, isn't he? Can you imagine just letting him come back and then going
up? Got Joe Gomez there as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And imagine he just come in and went above about 10-12 players on wages. They'd say, wait there, he ratted us, come back and gets all this. That could mean one of them could just go and do the same. It'd just be a knock-on effect, and I wouldn't have him back. And as Kev said, when he comes to town with City, I love it. Just give him a little few digs on that.
Just to be fair, make a point on that, he's fucking class.
He is good.
He's class, and I reckon he'd fit into our team. But as I say, there's too much water under that bridge for him to come back. But just imagine him cutting in on one side and Salah cutting in on the other. Wow.
I wonder if it's like, I wonder if the fact that it wasn't it didn't all happen under Klopp, that it happened before Klopp, whether that would sort of make a difference to whether Klopp would welcome him back or not. Like, how many players were there actually in that squad at the time that Raheem Sterling leaves that's still here? Maybe Joe Gomez, Henderson, a couple more maybe. I don't think it would be this massive deal. I suppose it depends on the wages, doesn't it? It would depend on whether Raheem would maybe take a wage cut, because he would have to from Man City wages, wouldn't he? He's the sort of player that, like, stylistically, you could see him fitting in. You could see Klopp getting an extra sort of 10, 15, the arm round the shoulder, rather than what Brendan seemed to be doing, which was trying to keep his feet in the ground, but sort of overstepping the mark at times. You remember what in the training session when Rodgers says something to him and
steady.
Yeah, he never said that.
And he's never said it, but then you wonder, is that Rodgers like trying to sort of be a little bit hard on him? I'm not sure.
But you had him being hard on him, and he was a lad with actual talent, and then he was like dead sound with John Joe Shelby, who was shit. So,
and a bellend, by the way.
Do you know what though, with that interview, they had a clip on Sky Sports News and the fella says to him, like, where would you want to go? Would you want to go to Spain or France? He's probably thinking about it.
Yeah.
If that was one of our players who was like that, who was coming and harving and not just saying...
You wouldn't be happy, would you?
You wouldn't be happy, would you? Be furious if you're a City fan.
The other side of this though, I think is, like, I actually quite like a lot of Raheem now. So I like the way he challenges the tabloids. I love the way he essentially sticks two fingers up to racists on the regular. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's got that I don't know what, he's got that little needly edge to him,
excuse me, and he's matured, do you know what I mean? He's not, he is, to be, if you're sort of talking me down a little bit here, you know, honestly.
To get full access to this show, click on the link in the post and subscribe to Talk Premium. You get all of our content, including previews, reviews, post-match content, exclusive interviews and loads of transfer chats. So subscribe to the Anfield Wrap now. We share the journey of supporting Liverpool from heart of the city.